Meanwhile, DNC Chair Tom Perez using profanity to slander President Trump on his so-called unity tour.
In 2018, you're not just going to say heck no, you're going to say hell no. I don't care, because he doesn't give a about health care. He calls it a skinny budget. I call it something else that begins with S. And my mama taught me you shouldn't do potty talk, but I hope you don't mind, because this is a budget.
Okay, so is this the Democrats' version of unity? Here for a family debate, former DNC Communications Director and Democratic strategist Brad Woodhouse, along with his brother, Executive Director of the North Carolina Republican Party, Dallas Woodhouse. Brothers, good morning to you. And
Good morning.
I should point out to the folks at home, I did remind both of them, both of the Woodhouse brothers, not to use profanity during this segment on profanity.
Ah, shoot.
There you go. Although that's not what you said in the commercial, anybody watching the satellite. Now, Brad, let's start with you. Tom Perez he's working blue. He's working out of the blue playbook. No doubt the new president of the United States has also used language out on the campaign trail. But is this the message Democrats want going forward?
Well, look, I don't think the curse words are the message. I think the message is what Tom Perez is saying, and I'm completely supportive of it. I mean, when he says that Republicans don't care about people, the evidence is there. I mean, this goes back to Mitt Romney 5 years ago saying corporations are people, and that's what we need to take care of. So, look, the curse words isn't the message. The message is the longer discussion of what Democrats want to do and how they're opposing Donald Trump. But frankly, I think Democrats do need to meet people where their frustrations are, and I think politicians who speak to people in the way that many people talk on the factory floor and around the water cooler, I think it's perfectly fine.
Okay.
You know, I think it was fine when Trump did it.
Okay. Well, Dallas, what do you think? Because when you look at how the Democrats performed in the last election, I think even your brother would admit they missed the boat. But going forward, they got to fix it, don't they?
Yeah, well, I got to tell you, I have a lot of sympathy for Tom Perez here, because if I had to work with some of these crazy Democrats, I would be cussing a lot too. You'd be going like beep 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 beep. So I understand that. I think if you think about this, he's out there doing a unity tour where the main star of the tour, Bernie Sanders, won't even join in unity with the Democrat Party. He came out and said he's not a Democrat. This has been a massive failure that the Democrats have done this week with this unity tour that has highlighted the non-unity of the Bernie Sanders wing by his own accord.
That is, you know, Dallas, that is absolutely not true. You haven't been paying any attention
he has
to what's
said
going
he's not
on.
a Democrat.
You haven't been paying any attention.
He's not a Democrat.
He's not a Democrat.
Look,
he's a socialist.
How can you have a Democrat tour when the guy says he's not a Democrat?
The fact is, Dallas, Bernie Sanders is aligning himself with the Democratic Party. He's bringing his supporters in. Keith Ellison is deputy chair of the Democratic Party. We would rather have, obviously, people like Bernie Sanders inside the tent rather than outside the tent. The fact that he's even doing this tour is a great thing, and it's very smart of Tom Perez.
Well, how about Tom Perez's deputy, Keith Ellison, who this past week said Barack Obama did not do much for the Democrats. His legacy not so good.
Well, yeah, I mean, you won't be surprised that I disagree.
Well, I'm just talking about the guy who, in the party hierarchy, is above you, and that's what he's saying out loud.
Well, look, I think there are two things here. One, I think Barack Obama did a great deal. I think he did a great deal for the country, and I think that was his more important role as president. I mean, I think every one of us could have done more to support the party and the party infrastructure.
Let me ask you this. It sounds like Barack Obama is going to come off of his vacation, and now he's going to get back into politics, according to the papers down in Washington, D.C. But who today is the leader of the Democrat Party? Because the most popular Democrat is Bernie Sanders, and probably Elizabeth Warren's right up there, too. And that's not good if you want to get a bunch of people reelected or elected going forward.
Well, I don't know that it's not good. I mean, look, you saw the reception that Bernie Sanders has had out on the campaign trail, and Elizabeth Warren is extremely, extremely popular. But in terms of young people coming along, I mean, Chris Van Hollen, who was just elected to the Senate from Maryland, is a tremendous leader. Kamala Harris, who was just elected from California.
So you've got a whole bunch of names.
Adam Schiff, who's doing a tremendous job
Right.
holding Trump's feet to the fire on this Russia investigation in the House. There are a
Okay.
ton of good Democrats coming along.
All right, real
Hey,
quick,
Steve,
Dallas.
I love my brother saying that the unity tour is because Bernie Sanders aligns himself with the Democrat Party. I aligned myself last night with the NBA by watching some playoff games.
You know,
That
Dallas-
doesn't make me one of them.
Good
You're
point.
nuts.
All right. There they are, the brothers Woodhouse. In 4 minutes, no inappropriate language used. That was successful. Brad Dallas, thank you very much for joining us live.